You have players now on 5 figures a month. I don't want to say it's inflated, but at the point where it is now, where it's so much higher than it was prior, you know, signing those ridiculously long contracts those years ago came back to haunt them essentially, and now they're, you know, free agents. And Space Soldiers essentially are marketing themselves right now as free agents for the orgs to come to them. They want to do the best possible in Pro League. They want to show that, you know, if you sponsor us, if you know, take us under your wing as a big organization, we will grant you, you know, we're going to stay in Pro League. We're not a team that's going to be relegated or be in Pro League for one season, then go down into MDL again, because the difference between being an MDL team and a Pro League team is hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of what you get out of it.
That's very true. We actually have the odds for this matchup as well. Obviously very favoured to FaZe Clan there.
Yeah, I disagree. Personally, I disagree with that one. I would say the Space Soldiers and FaZe Clan is a lot more closer than that. I would say 1.55 to 2 to 2.1. So I actually feel there's some very good value for money if you are betting for Space Soldiers.
What are we looking at? First match Inferno, right?
Yes.
Right. So the last time I saw Space Soldiers in Pro League on Inferno was versus Astralis. That went to a triple overtime, and unfortunately was a victory for Astralis, but Space Soldiers played well. And I think historically, every time me and you have ever casted them on Inferno, they've had a pretty damn good run as well.
Are you saying we're a good luck charm?
Apparently so. I feel like every time we have a Space Soldiers game, they always pop off.
Well, into this one then. FaZe Clan going to be starting on the CT side, and Space Soldiers on the T.
Oh, they got the rich tea.
Exactly that. PG tips. Earl Grey. Slice of lemon. Anyway. Double flashbang smoke for Major and Engin. Most likely going to be the smokes towards the A site. Flashbangs as well. And try and swarm and get that first round in their favour.
Smoke's going to be coming over. As they get themselves ready to try and go for this site take out towards the A site. Major going to be smoking as well, as it will slowly trickle down and block off vision. Going to be restricting everything towards the site. The double flashbang as they burst in and go for this play. Nico gets one. Calix will be able to trade it back at least and take down Nico, but Rain's already found himself a double kill. It's just left on Major and Paz to try and bail them out here. Paz caught in a bit of an awkward position, but luckily enough, Major will overthrow Olofmeister's Rain, and it falls down to Rain and Guardian. And a 2-on-2. 40 seconds on the clock. Paz, no reason to do anything too wild just yet. They can stick to the positions they're in. Major going to get contact. Guardian being tagged up ever so slightly. Major goes for the extension around, but doesn't overthrow him. And it is all on Paz now. He can create 2 1v1s out of this if he plays his cards right. Dives in towards Pit. The movement coming through, but he can't get the headshot off. This has given them the time to rotate around as well. Guardian is so low, and the big amount of time they had is now whittled down to just 13 seconds on the clock, and Rain will find the kill.
Well, back and forth round. Space Soldier with the right idea though. Smokes in towards the A side, the flashbangs as well. The problem is, as you saw there, Rain with 3 kills on the site. If he doesn't go huge like that, that should have been around for Space Soldiers to claim. And into this one, it's going to be the Falika coming out from Space Soldiers, so what we saw from Big with a double eco has been quite rare to see. Obviously, as the meta develops over time, we're going to be interested to see how that does change. Obviously, if you remember, back when there was the change to the AWP, where if you had no armor and you got shot by the first bullet, it wouldn't affect your aim punch as much. Orpers thought that that would massively impact the game. They thought that they were going to be force buying on certain rounds, going for CZ utility in the second round, but actually, it didn't really change much when it came to things. Instead, AWPers still saved. It didn't really force more AWPers to go for glass cannon AWPs, and nowadays people forget about that change.
Space Soldiers grouping up, getting themselves ready to go for a play out towards the A site, as they will start to sprint their way through. Actually going to go for the drive-by tag onto Guardian as well, and they're swarming him. They go for the wraparound, they get the library control, they're keeping the CTs on their toes with confusion and disarray. And this can be quite an interesting one. Engin going to get tagged at least though, brought down to 60 HP by Olofmeister. As they begin to swarm CT side, Olofmeister finding kills, taking the firefights and being very effective at it as he gets himself the 4K. Could have been the ace, but Xantares will finish him. But nevertheless, this round has gone massively in favour of FaZe Clan at this point.
Yeah, it is the Falika though coming out from Space Soldiers, so even getting 2 frags, you could argue, is a job well done. Zentara's no weapon to his name. He's that good. Doesn't even need one. Karrigan takes care of him with ease. So, 2-0. Space Soldiers can now go for the bye. We spoke about teams that don't play with orbs as, well, teams that can play a 5-rifle setup as well as the 4-rifle single orb setup. Teams like, well, old Virtus Pro, if you remember back when they used to be very good at the 5 rifles. Space Soldiers is a team that can be very good at 5 rifles. Paz obviously is the AWPer, but doesn't need it to be at full force. So this change can be very good for them. It allows for the extra buy in that third round. So, HE's exchange towards top of Banana. Mage going to be getting the short end of the stick there. Aggression already coming through from Zentara, trying to go for the entry in towards that B site. Tags of Karrigan low.
He's been bunny hopping his way back down Banana. And repositioning himself now. Flashbang going to go out from FaZe to at least get themselves a little bit extra time here. There's a minute on the clock. They still have the utility towards that B site to re-smoke when they need to, so they can still whittle down this clock very low before a push comes through. It does appear like Space Soldiers might be setting up for a late round B take. Olofmeister going to boost the teammate there and Karrigan as well, so he's in the elevated angle. Should then drop out that second smoke to buy them down towards around the 30-second mark before the push actually comes through. Space Soldiers looking like they might try and burst through this though. Olofmeister countering it, playing contact just on the outside of the smoke. They're going to smoke CT, push their way through. Enkin gets the first kill for absolutely free. And Karrigan from the elevated angle will only find one before he's taken down.
Man advantage here for Space Soldiers. Great trades in towards that B site. It's going to be the save call here. The right call to make as well, obviously. Rain, Nico, they can drop over M4s to both Karrigan and Olofmeister, so as long as they save all 3 weapons here, they will have a full buy into round number 4. Yeah, I mean, to break down that round, there wasn't really too much to it. They go towards top Banana. Zentaras gets confident, takes a challenge on towards Karrigan. Smoke is deployed. They wait for it to fade. Smoke off CT, smoke off Ruin. Trade the kill onto Karrigan and Olofmeister. And there you have it, the site's theirs.
Yeah, and it was nicely played by them. Able to overthrow that defense fairly easily. As we are now into round number 4. The rebuy is going to come back out for FaZe Clan. The Famous there on Karrigan. The rest of them just going to be rocking the rifles, apart from Guardian, who had the AWP, of course, that he saved. Utility's booming, so they will still have all of that economy to play with in terms of the smokes they have brought up. Early Molotov towards top Banana to at least try and keep them at bay.
Guardian with the AWP, peers in towards middle. Very good at jumping across, seeing if there's an AWPer towards the stairs. If not, he will go for that peek and try and take advantage versus the rifle. He does just that versus Paz. Olofmeister playing towards CT. Karrigan with a very passive position here towards first oranges with the flashbang. Zentara is slowly pushing forward here. Gets very aggressive. Zentara is very confident, remember, as an entry fragger on Space Soldiers. Olofmeister very close to that smoke as well. May be seen by the boost.
Zentara is clearing the angles here towards the close position by the smoke. Oh, finds that first kill with ease. Breezes his way past Karrigan. And now they're getting ready to commit and explode out on towards this site. Olofmeister trying to cascade down upon them. But the push comes through and they might actually overthrow his Rain fairly easily. Alex as well over towards the site A, struggling to really get too much going for himself. Will be punished early on. The bomb is going to try and go down, which will spark the face from Olofmeister. It is the 4 versus 2. FaZe Clan, they have the advantage, but Torres has the aim capability, and he is mowing them down one by one. Already a hat trick found into the round, and it could still be the ace for him as well. Holds towards top Banana, waiting for Rain to push in. The flashbang is going to go over. Nico on the front face, gets detected, tapped a couple of times. Zantares not expecting the push from Banana though, so Rain will be able to attack him from the rear there. Drops the smoke out to restrict Major's vision. Both of them are now over close by Poole. He gets one. The flick comes through, but Rain jumps straight on the bomb. If he's got this, it's going to be just in the last second. He will grab it. But that is wild.
1 second remaining on that defuse. 3-1. That will be the reset against Space Soldiers, but they can buy, obviously. Clean round where we had FaZe Clan savings. There's 4 players alive for Space Soldiers. Plus the bomb going down as well. So they do have a buy up into this one. Obviously, Engin going to be down onto a Mac 10. Calyx onto the CZ, and 3 AKs round off the rest of the T-buy. So FaZe Clan, they win this one. They're going to be forcing out an eco from Space Soldiers. So we could be seeing, 5-1 scoreline on the table. But for now then, Olofmeister flashed off the angle, goes for the re-peek, and my god, that's a quick shot there from Xantares.
Rapid as he gets the early entry. Looking very effective now. Flashbang goes back over. Xantares with a spam through the smoke. Karrigan is just going to sit in there and hope to keep them at bay when the push comes around, but he switches out to his sidearm, gets one. And a big tag as well back over to Major. Guardian peering through the small crack, but can't actually land a shot just yet. It is a 3-on-4. They're going to utilize that boost, get Nico up into the elevated angle. The spam comes back through. We'll get the headshot off on Paz. It is the 3 versus 3 FaZe Clan. Can they get themselves a 4th round here? Space Soldiers, they've been able to get B site control. They haven't been able to win these post plants every time. It's been slipping away from them. What about this time around? Smokes go back through. There's a Molotov in as well. They need to burst soon if they're going to go for this. Xantares with one, but not the double down. Luckily enough, Calyx is able to overthrow them as he is getting these shots off. Nico with a headshot. And he is going to be forced to retreat. That will go their way, but he can save the AWP for Guardian if he can get far enough away.
Xantares there with the entries in towards the B site. Again, he's so strong at that. 2-3, FaZe Clan. We'll be going for the force. UMP for Karrigan. And Guardian. CZ for Rain. AWP onto Nico. And Olofmeister onto CZ as well. So, Space Soldiers, big round for them to win. FaZe Clan are 1 round away from being broken. Nico this time going to be going for the peak like Guardian would be. Jumps across, sees no AWP, peeks in towards stairs. Now banana control. Coming in once again for Space Soldiers. Xantares again just loves going in first. Reminds me of the old Cobblestone, where we had A-Long, and Xantares would walk up A-Long each and every round, just like he is now towards Banana. Oof, HE splash damage though, dealing so much damage across the board here to Space Soldiers.
Engin getting up close and personal here towards the B site. He's just going to waltz his way straight in. The smokes go back down. Olofmeister with the timing only gets the one. The CZ kill on towards Paz. Karrigan's rotated over by Garden, but he is Molotoved off. The smoke's there as well, and Engin gets into the elevated angle, so if he doesn't expect it, he could be sidelined as soon as he pushes out to try and contest here. Every round, Space Soldiers have found themselves quite successful at sliding in towards the B site. But how well is the retake going to be from the side of FaZe Clan this time? Flashbangs go back over, they slide in. It's a double kill already for that T side, and it is only getting better. Xantares popping them off second by second. Goes for a huge spray down as well. Doesn't even realize how much damage he's done to Guardian there, who is now left on 43 HP and forced to just scurry away.
Once again, the AWP is saving for FaZe Clan. Space Soldiers now on 3, and obviously that was the force buy from FaZe, so it is going to be the save now. Space Soldiers should be able to get to 4. But yeah, as you said, recent form, Space Soldiers look very, very good in Inferno. Triple overtime versus Astralis in the first week. And now we're in the week 2. This is a long week, Jack. 6 days straight of Pro League, which means at the end of this, right now, FaZe Clan and Space Soldiers are both at 8 games played, 15 points. And so are 4 other teams. So after this week of 6 days, so what, 36 maps in total, the leaderboard's going to be completely different.
Well, we'll actually be quite close to having pretty much the finished picture done at that point. This week really will decide. Obviously, this season much more condensed than the other ones, not spread out over as long as a period of time. So we're getting a lot more games in quick succession. So it will be interesting to see who really is towards the top of the leaderboard at that point, because the standings will be almost set in stone, really, when you think about it. There won't be that many games left.
Yeah, no. I mean, that is the...
This is the bulk of it.
Essentially, but... It's 2 weeks pretty much back-to-back, isn't it? Usually it's only 3 days. This time it was 3, 3, 6. But anyway, that was the eco from FaZe Clan. Space Soldiers going to be getting to 4. Obviously, as I said before, this is Space Soldiers marketing themselves going forward. They are a free agent as of right now, after leaving their long-tenured org. And this is the point where their motivation is going to be at an all-time high.
Yeah, well, you think when they get onto like a new brand, right? If they actually start to represent a new org here, it's a whole new brand. It's the chance to reinvent themselves, really. It's a different market for them. It's definitely going to be a huge change for the players, and could be what they need to sort of feel pumped up.
Yeah, it's a good point. Obviously, Space Soldiers was a Turkish organization.
Yeah.
Now, if they go for an international one, be it European, be it American, how will that change their fan base? Or their motivation, or their support, if it is more money to be had. Flashbang going in. Oh, that is a good flashbang. Olaf Meister with 2.5, as he also gets the dink onto Engen. And now with that, Space Soldier going to fall back. The push coming in towards middle from Guardian.
Guardian with a spray down will get 1 in the end, but it falls back now into a 2 versus 3. The T side, unsuspecting of Rain's location though, so he is able to wash his way over Paz. Engen will go down to Nico, and that is now tied up at 4-4 as we go into round number 9.
So, AWP for Guardian. No AWP for Paz, so back onto the 5 rifle setup from Space Soldiers. So far, though, their default of having Zentaros clear all of Banana, take Banana control, execute towards B has been working very, very well. We haven't seen in, well, buy around, but they have gone towards A as of yet. Zentaros still waiting here towards B. This time, can he get the success? He's fully blind and still makes it work. Flash goes out. Olaf Meister still there towards top Banana. Has a smoke that can delay momentarily as Mage makes work as well of Rain towards the half of the map. Things looking very good here for Space Soldiers.
Zantara is going to be tagged, left on 6 HP as he has to leap and bound away, trying to keep himself alive. And Olaf Meister is now the only one left on the side of FaZe Clan. So, complete map control for Space Soldiers. They can plant freely on the A site and hunt if they want to. Cash isn't amazing, but they do know that Olaf Meister is trapped towards Banana. Paz and Co, if they clear their angles now, they're going to have full understanding that he is still stuck there. And a backstab is achievable. If they get this kill, have a clean sweep, lose no one, and force every gun out the hands of FaZe, they're going to be quite chuffed with themselves. Olaf Meister just sat in position. Does actually get that first frag off and a second, so makes it costly, but he will still go down to Paz.
Another round win for Space Soldiers.
Some very loud birds on CT side spawn, chirping away. That's a chicken.
Yeah, I was going to say, as you said that, I mean, is chicken a bird?
It's a flightless bird.
Does that classify as a bird? That's a very good smoke from spawn. And there you have it. That's a very good kill as well onto Carrigan. Full eco from FaZe Clan as they concede the B site. Space Soldiers walking and going to make this one 6-4. Major here towards the bottom of Banana. This is interesting actually. FaZe Clan is saving. They don't want to give more cash away to the SMG of Paz and to the AKs as well. They want to try and keep the money as subdued as possible for Space Soldiers. But obviously Major and Co, they can hunt. But the money isn't too good, right? Risk versus reward. They either gain $300 for a kill or they lose $5,000 in money they spent on getting that weapon and armor and utility. But so far, after FaZe Clan won the pistol, Space Soldiers straight to the buy rounds looking very good. I mean, if you're minus the 2 pistol round wins here for FaZe Clan, this could be a 6-2.
Well, it's only Guardian that remains, and Guardian can't actually get any shots off with this USP. Ooh, popped by Xantares as well. So they drain every last penny they can out of the side of FaZe, and they only lose one man that's got a rewind on the side of Space Soldiers. This isn't too bad. The T side is going well for them. The T side is definitely the favoured half for Space Soldiers. That's where they pop off. It's where they have the AK capability as well. A lot of these players very talented at wielding the AK in their hands, especially Xantares, and he's been proving that, having quite a loud game already into this one.
Once again, Xantares alone towards Banana. Major going in towards Apartments. Wow, and he wins the duel again. Onto Rain. 5 versus 4 here early on. More Space Soldiers. Flash coming in. Nico with another one to concede, as it's going to be a 5 versus 3 now. Paz, flashbang is perfect as Guardian has to be forced to run through the flames, and he's down to sub 31 HP. Bomb going to be planted. Save for FaZe Clan. This is just awful for them so far.
It's not been going very well at all, and they're being hunted as well. Xantares does go down, however. Olofmeister will be able to overthrow him into that one, but the push down to recover the AK is what bites him in the bottom, as Paz was waiting there with the Kalashnikov primed and ready. It's an easy headshot to come through. Space Soldiers, they have the bomb plant, and it's only a matter of time before they take this round. It's going to bring them up to a 7-4 half this far on their T side. It just depends on how many rounds they can get on their T side, really. If they can keep on racking these up, it could be a very effective game for them, as this is where they normally dominate early on.
Parkour, hardcore parkour. They know where they are, but Karrigan, Guardian both do survive. Could argue for a pause here fairly soon from FaZe Clan. This has been very convincing for Space Soldiers. But once again, 2 weapons surviving for FaZe Clan, as they are going to save around it. They have some cash to go for some pistols, some light investment, but apart from that, it's only armor to the save players. So, round number 12. Guardian. With you up here waiting for the flashbang. Nothing going to come of it just yet. Has the forward position of Karrigan as well, as it's going to be a 5-man rush towards the B site. Oh, wow. Karrigan, Rain, early kills.
It's interesting they've actually been able to defend this so well with the buy they had, but they're locking it down very effectively. They're going to take that round in a matter of seconds. They have been hit by a hurricane, FaZe Clan, that has just blown them all to bits. It's now 7-5 on the scoreboard. When the rebuy can come out from FaZe, they can pump a lot of money into this one. Very effective stuff. Xantares popping off, though. 15-7 right now into this game.
Wow. Two-round advantage here for Space Soldiers, as they ran through the smoke there versus an eco. Not something you should really be doing. So, grenades in towards Banana. Xantares to 4 HP. That's really going to make it awkward for him to get aggressive. Unless they don't expect him here, Jack.
Depends on the timing, though. He didn't want to overextend, was hoping they might have pushed up a little bit further. Surely at this point, they won't expect it. Oh, it does peek out. It's a big frag. Keeps on spraying as well. Wants to try and hold them back for as long as possible. He's only on 4 HP, but he's been able to waltz out of there with at least 1 kill.
They can trade Xantares. He is low. Oh, not. Karrigan lines up 2. Bomb is there as well. No flashbangs. They walk one by one through the smoke into their demise. Now Major forwards as well. Very strong round there from Karrigan. Got 4 kills there.
Karrigan's absolutely owned it. I mean, took the 5 fights that he knew he'd win. Played it smart, backs off towards the site, gets the final killing blow. And it's all on Paz now. It's a 1 versus 3 as well, so sure the rotate can come around, but the likelihood of him winning this is going to be very, very slim. They're grouped up, they're on the site, Rain's there. He might be low, but the peak comes through. Gets 1 kill. Paz eliminates both of them. And it is all on Nico in a 1v1. Predicts the location as the push will come round. He's very close here. Going to pop flash it and run straight in. Paz, can he win the 1v1? It was actually a smoke that he dropped on top of second oranges there. Nico will secure it, as he can now defuse and take this one. Looking like he might be looking for something here, trying to work out what he wanted. I don't know if it was the AWP, potentially. I don't think there was one.
There would be one onto Guardian. Question is, where did he die? Yeah, he's got one on the replay, but Carrigan here, the MVP of the round, for sure.
Yeah, he had a huge round.
So, Space Soldiers. Still on 7. Still on enough to buy as well. So, 7-6 as we enter round number 14.
They both bought AWPs as well. Olofmeister mustn't have been able to find it, so they've both reinvested. That's a lot of money to spend on a double AWP setup.
Yeah, indeed it is. But, it's round number 14. It's only 2 rounds left. If the losers won, it's the last one anyway, so they can take that risk, I guess. 3 players here towards top banana. 4 Space Soldiers. Guardian with the pick in towards Paz. So Space Soldiers still get very aggressive here on the T side. We saw it from Major in Apartments. And Tara's in towards banana. And now we're seeing it from Paz in towards middle. As FaZe Clan have the 2 ops, one towards B, one towards A. What this means is they can save utility. You can still see Molotov for Olofmeister. Molotov as well for Carrigan with a minute left on the clock. Nico, the off angle here towards Boiler. Flash comes in. Zantaris peeks in towards Guardian.
He's been tagged up. Gonna pop flash as he falls back. Nico with a headshot. It's a big impact frag. As they're keeping them on their toes, trying to fire off these warning shots at the very least and connect onto the players. Guardian blocks it off, but Zantares with the AK is able to ruin him with that initial shot. Absolutely beautiful stuff as he'll land it. It is the 4-on-3 now into this one. Nico just daintily holding his angle. Waiting for the push to come through. Up towards this A site. Nico gets the kill on Zantares. Now repositions and should be able to have a field day on the 2 Ts that are waltzing into his bomb site. They tag him though. And Engin goes big into the round with a huge double kill. That'll be the plant as well as Major slaps Olofmeister out of the server. And it's up to Carrigan to shut it down. And a 1 versus 2. Slowly advances, crawling up through quad. Gets behind the smoke. And get on the angle, but Major just gets a cheeky little headshot, and that does go 8-6.
Gosh, money isn't going to be looking too good here for FaZe Clan. It's a reset.
120 ADR.
Wow.
Wow, look at the utility damage there from Carrigan. Big nades towards banana every round.
Yeah, true. Zantara's been eating those grenades. But still able to find kills onto low HP. But into this one, the money is low. Carrigan, was that 360?
I didn't even know. It looked like he tried to fall back, or Nico as well. If he would have actually shot, that would have been a kill. Yeah. Quick switch too early.
Olof, one way over the smoke. Will eventually be seen. All he has is a CZ and Kevlar. No utilities. He is going to play close. That's the backup now of Guardian with the Deagle. Flashbang as well, ready to be deployed. If he uses right, could be detrimental. And there you go. Players are blind. Picks up an AK, still alive towards Sandbags here. He goes for a 3rd. But he's done enough damage already.
Major. Support of his brother in arms here towards the B site. What mischief can they actually get up to? As the rotate is going to come around, they have to walk through the Molotov. Alex going to go for the early face. Deagle on Guardian, gifted a free headshot there into the back of the cranium. Major, now confused and dubious of what positions they're going to be playing from. Tries to just hide in pool for the meantime, but he's got 30 seconds and does need to make a play. Guardian doesn't really need to go for the extension. And the angle is held by Nico as well. That's an AWP. Just a matter of time until he got a good position there. Pulls the shot, and that is now an 8-7 in favor of Space Soldiers.
Yeah, surprising as well. FaZe Clan with the pistol on their CT side. Typically it's their CT side on Inferno where they lock things down. A very good sign for Space Soldiers to get it 2-8 on their CT. You mentioned the Astralis game. It was heavily favored for Space Soldiers early on in the matchup versus Astralis on Inferno. Then one could say that Space Soldiers threw it to go into triple overtime and lose it. So, tough call. Tough call. I mean, obviously, you're playing versus Space Soldiers now where they are no longer with the organization. It's going to be interesting to see how the landmark of the whole scene changes with that. Obviously, Space Soldiers were connected to that organization for so many years, been through so many ups and downs with that team as well. I don't know, do you think they should go for a Turkish organization? Do you think they should go American, European? If so, do they move to Europe as well?
I don't know, it's interesting. I mean, obviously, that's one of the things that could be potential, right? Is that Space Soldiers move into a position where it's easy for them to travel. Obviously, right now, something that has been an issue for some of the Turkish players, obviously, visa issues sometimes. We saw that at the Major with Hardstar having to sub in. That can be quite a nuisance for them. So if they could possibly find themselves an org that would support them somewhere where it's going to be easier to get visas, or if they would be in a position where travel might be a little bit easier, less lengthy flights to domestic events, could always be quite nice for them.
We saw, was it a green card or something for Woxic to allow for travel to be easier for him?
Yeah.
Obviously he's from Turkey as well. So maybe that could be something in order for Space Soldiers to have across the board. As we wait for the game to go live. Obviously that last one did not count.
That one's just for fun. And we'll be diving back into the action. So, Space Soldiers, they're normally more effective on their T-half. That tends to be where they pop off the most and play the best style of CS. Xantara is obviously heavily favoured when he's got a Kalashnikov in his hands. If he has an AK, he will just slay for days. He loves taking firefights with a weapon. On their CT half, this is definitely where the cracks started to show versus Astralis. Have they been able to smooth that over? What's improved? That'll be the questions on my mind. And for FaZe, what level of aggression are we going to see coming out from them? What have they got up their sleeves for their troubling terrorist side?
So we are into a technical issue here. We're going to be waiting for that to be resolved before we do resume the matchup. Not sure what the issue is, but once we do know what it is, we'll forward that to you at home as well. But yeah, obviously the Betway odds were very, very favoured for FaZe. 2.7, I believe it was, for Space Soldiers if you put money on them. Which I'm not sure if I agree with. I still feel like Space Soldiers have a good chance, especially in getting one map win here.
Potentially so, and I mean, as of right now, they're kind of proving that, right? Like, they're getting into a position where they can definitely try to still take this game. They could steal it away at any point. They're not out of it. Currently leading. They won the half 8-7. FaZe Clan, a few of these rounds have looked a little bit weak. And the last time I actually saw this, obviously, with me and Essio when we were casting it versus Astralis, Xantares was having a very, very quiet day. Today, he's popping off. He's being able to walk all over them in the server, it seems, looking more like himself. So that could definitely be a benefit. But we are back in, as we're going to be carrying on with the action. Obviously, 8-7 is the actual scoreline as we delve into this round now.
Okay, so the score is actually 8-7.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not changed. It'll update after this.
Perfect. So coming in towards middle. Space Soldiers with four-man stack it was originally towards the A site. Seems like they have had a very good read here on FaZe Clan. Bomb is left in towards middle. Nico and Olaf Meister, well, make it just Olaf Meister now in a 1 versus 4. As they are charging him down. 9-7 as the score has been fixed. So Space Soldiers go 1 for 1 for pistols. Now should be the eco coming out from FaZe Clan. So we should be seeing the 10-7 scoreline here for Space Soldiers. We haven't seen the bomb planted for the T's, where they lose the round and they have 2,800 remaining, and we don't see if they force or not.
Yeah, that's true. We've never seen it, especially if they go for the full save, get bomb plant as well. You get a ton of money. So, interesting. Now, round 17, Space Soldiers, the investment they've gone for here, they've got rifles to play with. Major with the warband gets the instant kill on towards Karrigan, which is a great opener. Fantastic transition there as well to the second kill as he finds that headshot over on Olofmeister. Rain is going to be going down, and it is all starting to crumble. It's an awkward position to be in, especially when you have a man just sprinting at you with an MP9. The Space Soldiers now get themselves to 10-7 quite quickly.
Buy around here though for FaZe Clan. Olofmeister on 22 kills here, so he is a driving force in terms of firepower for FaZe. And on the T side, that is the half where you can exploit that. Take your fights, choose your fights, gain entries for your team. And Paz has killed himself, Jack.
He has done. He's ascended to a better place.
Or descended 6 feet under.
Yeah, absolutely gone. Engine pushing out. What's going to do with this MP9? Can he run havoc with it? Stepping away from him, no one really getting too close for him to have an opportunity to strike, but the backstab potential could be there. They would hear the door open though, so he is going to be going the full way around. Obviously Space Soldiers, they're in the 4-on-5 as Paz was hit by a consecration to open this one up.
Well, Space Soldiers or FaZe Clan are going to need some protection against the onslaught that's about to come from behind them. An aura.
Oh, timing is everything. And he gets it. All that time in the world to go between 2 nades and a gun. And Karrigan still has the frag. Luckily enough, Major will find one, but already that is a huge disadvantage. Xantares, though, taking the firefight still with confidence. MP9 going to be ripping its way through Karrigan. Xantares is bailing them out of these rounds constantly. Olofmeister, 21 frags to his name, having a classic game. What more can he achieve? Molotov and grenade combo should finish off Major. Forces him to peak, as it will be a Major barbecue.
10 seconds remaining.
He's just got to deny the plant.
Yeah. Ooh.
Look at that.
Ooh.
Look at the spray. Let's give it it.
11-7, even with that crazy antic there towards the apartments. Still see the round win by Xantares. 21 kills for him, 22 for Olofmeister as well. So we go to 11-7. Once again, FaZe Clan going to be onto the pistols. Just going to be 4 Deagles and the Glock for Guardian. So Guardian going to be going for the orb into the next round. You would imagine. If you are Space Soldiers, is this the point where they start to transcend the global hierarchy of Counter-Strike, where they go from being a top 20 team, top 16 team, to a top 10, top 8 contender for playoff spots? Not contender for titles, but a team that is competitive, making it to playoff events, and getting far deeper into tournaments.
It's an interesting one, and only time will really tell. Into this game, however, the Deagle squad of FaZe Clan is making their lives harder for Space Soldiers, at least. Don't want to see the Turkish players being too triumphant into this one, as they are deagging down against them. The nades transferring a ton of damage, though, leaving them with not that much sustain left to play with. Paz is going to find a double kill. Engen as well will follow in his footsteps. Karrigan is the only one to actually smash someone with that Deagle before he is transferred back by Paz. So Space Soldiers, 12 rounds secured. FaZe only currently have the 7, but this is when the buy will come through. It's going to be the AWP and the 4 AKs. Guardian, of course, on the AWP. Is he going to be able to find himself an opener now into the second half here?
Here's to find something soon. 12-7. Early peek here from Guardian towards Banana. The Molotovs will slow him down momentarily. Could be Karma here for Xantares. Oh my gosh! Wow, speechless.
Yeah, that was nice. Real good adjustment. Obviously saw him going for the jump spot, instantly understood where he would be. From that point, went for the flick around and dispatched him. Major, trying to contest with the AWP, wanted to try and take the firefights, but just gets a couple of tags off. Olofmeister is low, though, brought down to 13 HP, and Major getting back in once more, still trying to test his luck.
Play here from FaZe Clan towards middle. Good adjustment there from Space Soldiers. Endgame with the rotation from B towards A, leaving Major alone with the AWP towards the B site. Olofmeister is a smoke Molotov, so he can try and sell a fake towards B and force a panic rotation, but it seems unlikely. Zentaras with some more incredible shots from his AK. Major holding the angle as Olofmeister gets so close to walking into it. Game of patience here with 30 seconds left, and you can see on the map there, FaZe Clan are coming in towards the B side. The rotation from Engen seems to have understood what's going on.
Major can he defend himself against the push? Tries to turn for the flashbang, but there was no chance. It's such an aggressive angle to be playing from. Surely you've got to expect it. Headshot flick down as well from Rain as he eliminates Zantares, and it is a 2-on-3 retake. Paz and Engin, they both have kits. They've got a little bit of utility as well. 1 HE, 1 flashbang. And they are testing their luck so far. Slowly pushing up, both of them rocking the M4 versus Karrigan, Rain and Nico. They realize it is not worth biting off more than they can chew, and they will begin to fall back.
So, Space Soldiers finally lose a round on the CT side. And it does go 12-8. This was the shot. Oh, it's the fact that he brought it down as well. That's mental.
It's very nice.
I mean, without that, that could have been the round win for Space Soldiers. They're very close to holding on to that B site. Wow. It's his first kill, obviously, after rejoining. I think the tech pause at the halfway point was due to Guardian having issues. So, flash in towards middle. Guardian with the peak. Molotov should come in to under balcony, but right now it's not going to be there, and Engin does throw away the advantage. As searching, nearly gets the duel with Karrigan. But instead, rotation's coming in now towards the A site. Calyx is going to be hit momentarily. We saw in the last round, FaZe Clan can change their mind at a moment's notice.
Flashbang going to be going over. Ooh, Zantares peeks off the back of it. Well executed. Good timing and good teamwork. Olofmeister is overthrown because of it. And the three Musketeers of FaZe Clan that are towards the A site need to try and burst their way out in unison. Calyx goes down. Paz attempting to spam his way through, but Nico is a drive-by machine, popping off as he eliminates 2 men very beautifully there with the AK. And it is up to Major and Zantares to pull this one out of the bag and save it if they are going to commit and actually go for it. They do have time. They both have kits. And they are in close proximity. But it seems like the call will be made to just save it for another day.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Engin there, teammate gets the first kill onto Rain. Obviously, you've got to understand that he's trying to either trade out a kill that could be going against Paz, I believe it was, or he's hoping that they're swinging, peeking towards the balcony, and they won't be holding for the peek of the corner towards quad. Either way, though, Engin peeking in towards Guardian, giving away the advantage they had, made things a lot more awkward for Space Soldiers. Calyx as well playing towards Library, and his rotation didn't play on the site, which made it harder to hold. Number 22 then, 12-9. 3-run advantage for Space Soldiers still, as they are going to move to pistols. Just Major and Zantares, who saved in the former round. M4 for Zantares, obviously. Such a highly skilled player in combination with the flashbang. Oh, makes it look so slick. 5 versus 4 early on. Even then, though, you have to be favoring FaZe Clan. There's only 2 players of armor on the side of Space Soldiers.
They're getting ready to go for this play out towards the A site. Paz going to go for the extension around. Rain, a double kill as he annihilates both Paz and Zantares. And it is left on the 3 men of Space Soldiers, Major, Engin, and Calix. As they're peeling their way back down over towards the banana to try and slide into that B site. Major still defends towards A. The rest of the players are going to rotate back around. They will have an inkling of this push coming through. It's just that USP that's in play, though. Can be a little bit messy. And Major still not rotating yet. Should start to be pushing over soon, as the smokes will be coming in and shrouding the site. This will be the full commit. The smoke on Nubox, the Molotov on Nubox rather as well. So Engin, forced into an awkward position, actually gets 1 headshot off at least before he goes down. But Nico has completely annihilated them. And Major's left on a 1-on-3 retake here. Already being detected as Guardian was just wide facing it. They're going to have to let this one slip away. It's going to go 12-10 now.
So that was the eco from Space Soldiers. Now into the buy round. It is going to be, as you said, 12-10. Going to be interesting to see what Space Soldiers do now going forward. They've conceded a couple of rounds in a row, losing early picks here as well against players such as Guardian, etc. So, yeah, as you said it, at the half, Space Soldiers are famous for being better on their terrorist side. Obviously, when you've got players like Calix and an entry fragger like Zantares, that's very obvious as to why. So, no AWP here for Space Soldiers. Just going to be the 5 rifle setup. Diffuse kits, Molotov, strong utility for them as well going forward. As Olofmeister playing in towards the tree and the cubby. No HG's going in there just yet, so being able to get away scot-free, but that will mean banana control now for Space Soldiers. So it should be mid-control in return for FaZe, unless they try and contest this.
Oh, tag there on Zantares, leaving him with 20 HP, instantly ripped away. Space Soldiers, the CT side, last time when they played up against Astralis was where the cracks definitely started to show. They were losing so many rounds where site control would be taken by FaZe, by Astralis rather, and then Space Soldiers would lose it on the retake. We're seeing that similar affair once again now, where it gets into a late round position and Space Soldiers just can't defend the site on their CT side here. FaZe Clan setting themselves up once again towards this B area. B has definitely been the weaker knee of the two. They've been able to hit it consistently and leave them stunned.
.30 seconds remaining. Smoke in from Rain towards Arch. Try and keep the 2 players entrenched here towards the A site. You have to do a bloody good fake though if it's going to work. Yeah. Major rotates. Molotov coming in towards B. They're going to be anticipating that it is a B play. Only 1 smoke is a phony fake. Zantares with 2. And he has done enough. There's no time left here for FaZe. They've left it too late.
Yep, all the frags going their way. Guardian towards the end, they will at least get a double kill to try and make it costly, as he does punish them. But Space Soldiers do still win the round as they take it 13-10 now and keep pushing their way through. They have cash to reinvest as well. They'll be able to drop those weapons over and rebuy. So 5 M4s in play. Happy, everyone with armor. They have the kits as well. And a good amount of utility. So Space Soldiers If they can keep this up, this could be them picking up a huge win over FaZe Clan on the opening map of Inferno. The second map being Dust 2.
Banana control for Space Soldiers. This FaZe Clan go for a much faster round this time. Smoke in towards Minipit. Flashbangs going in towards A. Charging out through the balcony as Engen finds one. Paz though still here and still unseen towards Quad. Good enough for one. Eventually traded out Major. We'll get that trade. Calyx charges through that smoke as well, leaving just Olofmeister alone. 1 versus 3.
Oh, he spots out the first man, but he couldn't get the kill with the AK. Brought down to 5 HP. Tried to swing round. Will tag Major, but no frag. Space Soldiers, 14 rounds now accumulated. This could very well be where they start to shut it down. If they reach match point, they'll only need 1 round to close it down. And a pause comes through. You can only imagine this will be a FaZe Clan tactical, to try and talk about what's going wrong for the side of FaZe Clan.
In terms of money, Karrigan, Guardian, all of they can buy, but it's Rain and Nico, they're going to be left behind. So, tough call to make. Obviously, Space Soldiers, if you eco this round, then you concede 15 for Space Soldiers. You've got to fight back, and try and get to overtime. Money as well is very low for Space Soldiers, which means FaZe Clan win this round. They can make it maybe 13 to 14 in terms of the economic reset if they can win versus a Force and the eco and this round here. So there are many things to work with and many things to consider, so a good time to take the pause. But Paz gets aggressive, gets one. Will be swiftly traded though by Olofmeister as we go into 4 versus 4, and Space Soldiers stacking here towards the A site, leaving just Calyx alone towards B. Has got the smoke Molotov though to delay if need be.
Slow round here, just keeping themselves back, holding on. It's a 4-on-4. Map control slowly being encroached upon by FaZe Clan as they slide into position and stand to attention. They have utility, most of it being on Rain with a small sprinkling there on Nico. They've got control of that brackets area. They do wait to go for the push around. Outside going to be smoked. HE grenade rolled in, transfers 2 bits of damage on towards Antares. 1 point of health, 1 point of armor. As they do get themselves ready. They have tons of utility now. The double smoke's going to go across. You still got the triple flash as well. The entry from Guardian is juicy as he eliminates Antares. Major peaks, but the timing doesn't work well for him. He only gets 1, and it's up to Engen to really set the pace of the round, but it's still just single trades. It falls back into a 1-on-2. Space Soldiers, can they bail themselves out? Or is it too little too late?
One versus 2 here for Calyx. Tough task ahead for him. I don't think there's a chance. Nico is the insurance policy there in towards apartments. Can just save the M4 for the next round. Unlucky scenes there for Space Soldiers. Engen with 1 kill in towards the pit position. If he had waited just half a second more for that flashbang from Calyx, could have been the round win for them instead. They now witness 11 to 14 scoreline. Cash is going to be awful now as well for the side of Space Soldiers. They are down to about $2,000 across the board. So, going to be a tactical timeout from FaZe Clan instead of take each round at a time to bring this one back.
Yeah, still wanting to work out what exactly they can do. They don't want to throw anything away or throw it into the wind. The cash for Space Soldiers isn't great at all as well. Their economy has been broken. It does make their lives quite hard now on deciding what they actually want to do. Across the board, it's really quite restricted. FaZe Clan, they do have a fairly effective buy though, however. It's a double UMP in play for Rain and Nico, so they can at least start to build some economy to allow them to get more rounds as this one carries on. Round 26 now. 14-11, FaZe Clan. They're back in control, but how long will it remain that way?
Good question, obviously. Now they're versus the Eco, so it should be a while. 14-12 scoreline is anticipated. So obviously it is going to be just a saved M4 from Calyx. Apart from that, USPs across the board. Here comes the hit though towards the B site from FaZe Clan. Smoke in towards Ruin. Smoke in towards CT. Oh, no smoke towards CT, so that could have been bad. But eventually Guardian, Carrigan clean up the mess there. Calyx didn't have a chance to try and get an impact before it was taken down, and now it is going to go 14-12. Paz was trying to save that M4 into the next round to... I mean, the money is still bad here. I mean, obviously, Xantaras at the M4 that was saved, that could have definitely been a much better buy, but they risk it? I think they should. I think as a non-AWPing team, they should.
Okay, well, here goes the buy. Xantaras is on the MP9, the rest of them on the M4. I would like to see someone swatch over and give him that MP9. There we go. So at least he does have the M4 in his hands. Swap over was the word I was looking for, rather than swamp over. But Space Soldiers, if they pick this one up, it could be Ogre. There you go. Track puns.
That was good. So, HE's ricocheting off of the skybox. Do very good damage there to Olaf Meisters. He's down to 42 HP. 3 players here towards the A side from Space Soldiers. Bait set up here as well as they have Angin peering in towards Boiler. Paz and Mage with the crossfire in towards middle, but it's going to be smoked off here by Rain. He has changed his angle of approach. Before he smoked off Arch, now he's smoking off Quad. But is it enough? Don't think so.
Oh, headshot from Calyx as he will land the first and the follow-up. It was a good choice to give him the MP9. He's been going absolutely sick with it as they'll blow their way through that entire FaZe Clan side. It's all up to Guardian now on a 1-on-5, and the chances are minimal of him actually picking this one up. Walks his way back down towards bottom banana, tosses out the Molotov, but the timing is not in his favor. He will fall short. They're debating whether or not they want the AWP, and they do not. FaZe struggling now as they have been broken. Their cash is going to be low. This will probably be another one of their pauses coming through. And for FaZe Clan, what do they switch up? Because at this point, Space Soldiers, if they win this round, they will take the game and take the first map here on Inferno, getting themselves 3 points. The second map is Dust 2, and that'll be our final map of the night.
Yeah, match point here. Calyx, MVP of that round. 3 kills with an MP9 and a USP. Unheard of scenes there towards that B site. Very good flashbangs as well. All of FaZe were blind. And with that, seems like we're going to be momentarily going to our final map of the day. Unless FaZe Clan can reset. Space Soldiers here and now. Tech 9 for Guardian. AKs across the board for the rest of the side of FaZe. So, bomb in towards middle. Flashbang going to be pinned here by Guardian. So it seems like a mid burst is on the cool as they walk into Major.
Yeah, Major gets first contact, gets a bit of a tag off as well. The HE could be dominant, but unfortunately, they were split up too much there. He pushes back through the own smoke as well. They did not expect it, and you can't blame him. It was a bit unorthodox of a play, but it does work out quite nicely. Is it now? There's only 2 men left on the side of FaZe, just Guardian and Carrigan. Space Soldiers have been completely overthrowing them here, and it is all up to Carrigan. It's a 1-on-4. This should be Space Soldiers taking Inferno, and it will be. They lock it down as they get themselves that final round. taking the game. Space Soldiers, they annihilate FaZe there on Inferno. A very good T half and a nicely rounded out CT half at the end to close down the game before it got out of hand.
Yeah, 16-12, obviously at one point. A much more lenient game for Space Soldiers early on into that second half. 12-7 was the scoreline. FaZe Clan should have been a bit of a second win there. Brought it back to a closer scoreline, 14-12 at one point. But eventually Space Soldiers did win it. Calyx with a incredible defense there towards the B site. And it's got to be said, Zantares is scary on Inferno. How does he favour on Dust 2?
That is going to be the question, as that will be our last map of the night. Looking very good though, obviously quite effective stuff from the entire team. They were popping off on the CT side and were able to get their composure back. It seemed like it would have been worrying. This opening round was definitely a vintage Olofmeister play, but from that point onwards, Space Soldiers got their head in the game. There is one map left to go on tonight's broadcast. Dust 2 for the third and final time will be coming up after the break. Enjoy the replays and we will see you there.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, Vodafone, The Road to Odense, Betway, MSI, Logitech G, Pay Safeguard, Mountain Dew League, and ESEA.